anything can happen here. 14 drivers on the grid, so attendances have dwindled. Maxi, what are your memories of the Brazilian Grand Prix in F1?
I've had quite good memory. Oh, Gamer Packer leaves the session.
That's fine.
Nobody
Knows who he is.
Louis left as well. I think something might have happened with PSM.
Well,
but yeah, I've had good memories of this track. I think the last time I was in F1, I finished third, and I backed into the lead, and I took out Blizzard on the line. It was quite a good scene. I was going to take him out. I wanted a nice scrap for the championship. I wanted to ruin. I didn't want to win. I wanted to ruin. That was my motto.
I understand. And I do remember, Maxi, I believe it might have been in season 20 at the Brazilian Grand Prix where you caught up in some sort of a massive collision in wet weather conditions. I don't know if it was you, but there were cars flying everywhere, and I believe you might have been one of them.
And I've been involved in too many collisions to remember.
Yeah, definitely. And I've just been asked to give us a rundown, some of the most experienced drivers on the grid. Well, the only experienced driver on the grid is Big C, who's still in the pit garage. So we're just riding on board here with LR Pog, the Sri Lankan spin specialist, also known as the Tamil Tiger. In a very fiery mood tonight, this man fighting for his career. 15th in the driver's standings, only 8 points to his name. What can he do in the racing point as Vijay Mallya watches on from his cell? I say that every time when I stream, but Maxi Luca, Vijay is tuning in from his cell.
I think they've got a wet race here, and there's a lot of drivers have left. I think they've gone and got wet setups, so they could be in for a bit of a long one. Ooh. Shout out to Vijay. I'm not sure if his Ethernet cable will be able to sneak it in around the guards. I'm sure there'll be a few bribes in that part of the country.
Most definitely, as we watch car number 34 sweep around the Senna's, and very, very famous circuit here. Seen some famous results in the past, and Maxi, this track has got a special place in my heart. It was the track where I took my last ever PSGL F1 victory back in season 16, and I believe that was before you made your debut the following season as Pogo's fastest with a 108.3. There'll be others out there to improve. Lambo still a little bit further behind. I'm sure we'll see somebody else, maybe a bit of Lee Finley, who drives the line.
I think Lambo's lost his front wing.
Should we have a look? Yeah,
no, he hasn't. It looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Well, we'll see lap times tumble down, but one man who we haven't seen enough of this season and probably deserves the airtime is the 7-time world champion Big C. So Odoms goes fastest on a 108.1, but Big C, could he be entering his last Brazilian Grand Prix here? 15 seasons this man has been going on, 7 championships to his name, and 80 plus podiums, 90 plus podiums. This man, the record appearance holder in this league, the legendary Big C.
Pretty iconic as well. Oh, he was in P7, he's now in P8. Just forget I was going to say anything. Oh, Blizzard may have put him off a bit there. It was a bit wide. But yeah, Big C, you think PSGL, you think Big C, and it's just, even though he's his later years, an old dog, a bit like and Nemanja Matic, you describe Big C, a dog, gets the job done.
Yeah, I do agree, Maxi, but this man reminds me of Mark Noble, a loyal servant to PSGL.
I do agree.
Some may call him as a one-league man, but recently he's been feeling a bit promiscuous as he's dipped into waters and AOR and race department as Big C crosses the line and he moves up into the top 5. A huge cheer in the Mercedes garage beckons for the Mercedes rather, but Sparks is out there as well. Maxi, Sparks, championship contender, take us through this.
Yeah, so Sparks coming over the long straight. Sparks will probably, what's he going to set? He goes pole. What a lap. 2/10 quicker is a lot around this track, and especially in the top division as well. You don't expect about a tenth. That's a very good outlap, banker, sorry, from Sparks. Head in the field. Hopefully
Little Blocks! Little Blocks has just gone off. He's just gone off. He's broken a bit of his wing. Gone right into the advertising hoarding. And this man is lucky to escape with minimal damage. He's got to caress that Ferrari back to the garage. Little Blocks having a brilliant season. Picked up his debut victory earlier this season. And he picked that victory up at Singapore, a track which I've won 4 times.
Oh, another yellow flag in sector 2. Oh, I think it was Lickle going off again. Yeah. Yeah, Lickle reminds me, of Marcus Rashford. He's had that win in Singapore, and it's gotten to his head, the fame, with that early spin there. I don't know whether it can be. Hopefully it can be a good race for Lickle, but more yellow flags.
Yeah, and here we go. It's Louis. It's Louis to the line. And he goes fastest with a 1:07.8. That's a brilliant lap time. Goes straight off the circuit there. So no regard for those tyres. That might be the set he starts on. So he's got to be a bit careful. He doesn't put too much wear in them.
Yeah, I think it's a one-stop very easily with his drive. I remember watching the race on Saturday, and one of the drivers did about 26 laps on the softs. Even I think a drive that you would like, 26 laps, just getting in the way.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like to do. You've got to. It's all about track position. If you get in the way, you can cause a few incidents, and you can gain a few positions through that route. Whatever floats your boat. I'm on board with Jay Chitex. This man, some people call this guy a posh snob. I've heard some rumours about this guy. Someone who believes his own hype too much. I've heard it through the grapevine. But there are some rumours that this man isn't very popular on the F1 grid. I'm not sure what the reasons are, but there are rumours that are flying around, Maxie. Maybe you could shed some light on this, being an insider.
I get some information through the grasses in the chats, but I've been hearing that Jay's very up himself, a bit like a Paul Pogba. Thinks he's got everything, but actually has nothing. What can he say? He goes third. So, it makes me eat my words.
Exactly. And another man who's got nothing left, Ian Beale. But Jay Chitex, nothing of the sort as he puts himself up in the top 3. We've got VSR Lambo out there, so he's having a nice little scoot around the circuit. Down in 9th place. I've not really paid too much attention to how Lambo's season's gone. He's in 11th in the standings, 19 points. A little bit underwhelming for a man who took his debut victory here last season, the season he actually made his debut. And Maxie, this man has got me to be grateful for his career, because I cushioned him in F2 and I moved him up to F1, and here he is reaping the rewards, the fruits of my labour.
Yeah, Lambo's been, a big name, shall we say. You got him into, a big esports, but you offered him a job and he's taken it with both hands.
Exactly, but he is like an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer these days, battered and bruised and aging ever so quickly. But his lap comes to an end. There must be somebody else out there. A little bit of Ashbest. No, he's going back in. I think
Lickle's just started.
He started.
I think he's cut down one.
I've got to go on board with Odems. I have to go on board with Odems because he is fighting for a title here. He's only staying in high ERS mode, so whether this lap's been aborted, I'm not too sure. As he goes straight into the pit lane. Okay. What about Sparks? Because he is looking to retaliate here. So Sparks looking to reclaim pole position. A lot of these drivers will get free runs here on the red tyre set as he drives to the line. Can he reclaim pole position? He does with a 1:07.7. A brilliant lap.
A very good lap.
Yeah, we'll go back to Lickle, the man who you wanted to watch. He's coming around the final bend. Why don't you take us through your good friend?
Oh, a big, snap of oversteer. You know, a pink helmet. Oh, where's he gone? A pink helmet. You know, it's just been a poor lap. Oh, no. Oh, it makes me feel sick here. And he goes fourth. Disgusting. I don't want to speak. If I speak...
Yeah, well, a lovely Jose Mourinho impersonation. I'm going to go back on board here with the Renault of Louis. And you know who's in the Renault garage tonight, Maxi? It's the GC, it's Gemma Collins.
Big Gemma Collins. You know, for them people that like, you know, those love handles.
Exactly, as Gemma Collins, the GC, gives us a wave. There she is. As we watch the Renault of Louis drive to the line here. Can he set a blistering time? Takes the tightest run.
I think he should go pole.
Oh, yeah. He does. Just marginally. That is very, very close by 100th of a second. Brilliant job there from ILRT Louis. And what about Pog? Pog, the man who insulted you, Maxi.
Yeah, going into the pit is good. You know, doesn't get that lap, which is what you like to see. You know, you don't want to see people like that. You know, immature young people. You don't want to see them succeed. You just want to see them, you know, delve into the grave. You want them to be finished. You know, you want them to be a bit like a Sergei Sorokin. They have their limelight and then they, you know, they die and their career finished. That's what I want.
I understand. When I was racing on the F1 grid, I kind of felt the same way about you, Maxi.
I never had my success.
No.
You know, I had a lucky season.
No,
and
well,
since then it was damn. Not even, you know, Big Sam could have saved me.
Well, you know, you are an F1 race winner, and I'm a 27-time F1 race winner. So, you know, I think the difference in class and quality is career. But Maxi, I have finally forgiven you for USA, my penultimate race in the F1 League, which ended on the first lap. As we watch HTX to line, I think he improved marginally at 107.8, was it?
Yeah, 107.8. A very close field, which you expect around here. But, you know, some people slacking Ash Beth. Some say he's finished. You know, he's gone down the same path as I see him. He's at fault.
Yeah, well, speak for yourselves. Oh, Alfie's gone fourth, hasn't he? Brilliant lap time there from the Renault driver. So, and Blizzard's gone fourth. The man who's fallen from grace, the two-time
and then
champion.
Odin goes in fifth as well.
Yeah.
So Alfie goes from fourth to sixth, and you know, as fast as Colton whipping, you know, a nice cushioned header from a Mark Noble cross.
Exactly. And Manuel Pellegrini has made the trip down from Chile here to watch the Grand Prix. 66-year-old, also known as the Charming Man. As we watch Big C drive around the circuit, singing to the tune of Manuel Pellegrini.
It's just, you know, you look at Big C now and it's just, you know, it's a bit scruffy. You can just picture him at home on his, you know, wheel, and he's just, you know, he's getting everything out of it, and there's just, you know, there's nothing left here, and as you said earlier.
Yeah, but I think Big C's still got a lot to give. A big kink of oversteer there, but you know, I'm just starting to notice Big C's movements, and you know, when you get towards the latter stages of your career, you start using less track, and Big C probably using 20-30% less track than he used to back in his peak, and he's going right back into the pit lane. That lap is over. He's outside the top 10. 12th wouldn't be a bad place to start for free tyre choice, but nobody knows what weather conditions to expect. A lot of people in the pits, but F1 gamers out there to get himself a bit of television coverage.
That's what I used to do in my last season in F1. And it was the only TV coverage I'd get. Yeah, maybe Big C, you know, with old age comes arthritis soon. Maybe, you know, early signs, and you know, Big C, you know, trusty hands.
Yeah, and you know, Big C is a man who just can't seem to let go of the top tier. You know, when you've dominated in it for a good part of a decade, it's hard to let go of something that you really love and enjoy. But it will be a decision that he'll make, and hopefully something that not others will make for him. You know, you never know. League directors such as Hulkenberg and Name may knock on Big C's door and say, you know what, your time's up. But Big C, whatever happens, should, you know, have that decision in his own hands. As we watch Gamer going to the pits, currently 7th, and by the looks of things, could his championship hopes be dwindling up in flames? He is an outsider, but, you know.
Yeah. He's had a good season, though. A very good season, something he can be proud of. Very consistent man.
A story
Jay
you can tell.
Shitex.
Yeah.
Just about to start a lap.
But as you were saying there, Maxi, you know, good season for F1 Game. It's something you can tell his grandchildren.
Yeah, you know, sit around the fire, you know, with a nice cup of cocoa.
Yeah.
Here we go then, Jay Shitex, would you like to take us through the zeroing?
Well, I'd rather not, but we're on board here with the Alfa Romeo as Manisha Kaltenborn watches on. As we watch Jay Chitex come around the corner, look at that, there's a Ferrari in front. Is he going to snatch a toe? I would have snatched a toe. No, he doesn't. Little move right out of the way, and Jay Chitex going for pole position. Interesting, he's not doing his lap a little bit later. Yeah, so interesting from Jay Chitex. He's probably looking to do his best lap now so that he can save those tyres heading back into the pit lane. Clever. I used to do that.
Taking a note, you know, from the Jungle Book here.
Exactly. You know, drivers like me, we were born in the jungle.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Exactly. You know, animalistic on track. That's how I was described by some people. But here we go. Jay Chitex to the line. Hugely unpopular in the F1 League. He's had a good season, 8th in the stands, and he goes fastest. What a lap, what a lap. There will be people looking to respond. A lot of people leaving the garage very late. You've got Sparks out there, you've got Louis. Who's further out there? Look at that, Louis in the Renault. He's leading a train of cars. These drivers starting their laps in traffic.
It's a bit like, you know, reminiscent of Monza.
Yeah.
But I like the Alfie, who is also behind Louis, picking up a distant toe. I've been in a party with these lot, and they have actually been practicing this.
Yeah.
After getting distant toe from Louis.
Yeah, I don't think it's helping Lickle. That Ferrari's closing right up to the back of that Renault, so really bad timing. Sparks has gone fastest. Sorry, Sparks has gone fastest. On a 107.6, this is going to be incredibly close. And Louis looks like he's had a very good lap as Alfie moves out of the way for Lickle behind.
Yeah, Alfie actually blocked Lickle by accident. He ran a bit wide, and Lickle thought it was racing him. So Lickle's lap's been compromised. But
forget Lickle, because it's all about Louis here. What can he do? IORT Lewis to the line. Can he go fastest? He doesn't. He stays third. He stays third. What about Lewis? What about Marquises? What about Marquises? Odems, the superstar of this league. He needs a good lap here. Really wrenching that Williams. Where can he go? Lickle goes fifth, but Odems, he cannot improve. He cannot improve. What about Big C? Big C with the last shot of the session. Oh, he ain't got anything left. It's like watching Ian Beale. It's like watching Ian Beale. He's helping Gamer. They're giving the toe to Gamer, and I don't think Gamer improved. Oh my goodness. So, brilliant qualifying session there. Sparks on pole. Jay Chittet second. Blizzard third. Louis fourth. Lickle fifth. Odem sixth. Alfie seventh. Gamer eighth. Poe ninth. Lee Finley 10th. Lambo 11th. Big C 12th. And Ash Best and Gamer Paco round out the grid. Look how tight that qualifying session was, from first to eighth, covered by 0.3 of a second, and especially first to fourth, all within a tenth. So a lot of quality on display, and it will be a tight, action-packed Grand Prix. Maxi Lucas just had an issue, but I will re-invite him. 22 viewers on stream, 24 viewers on stream, including Mark Alimonda. Whereas I'm just going to give Maxi an invite. And we have got rainy conditions. Rainy conditions. So, yeah, stunning. And Jay Chitex has left the session, so I wonder if there's some sort of connection issues. Yeah, so I think there's going to be a restart. So a restart, people leaving the session, so this is going to be quite interesting. Apologies for the delay, but if in the meantime you've got any questions for me, Iran F1, the commentator for tonight, please put it in the chat. So no questions in the chat, but there are some comments, people saying that Iran fancies come back to F2 or F3. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I haven't really got much appetite to return to league racing. Just not yet. Gaming Alimonda says Brazil always has technical issues, so strange. Yeah, I don't know why, it's a coincidence. Yeah, no, I didn't. And I definitely didn't kick you. Yeah, brown envelopes. We've got 21 viewers on stream. And ask Aaron, how do you feel about Adrian doing the business for the best team in the league after leaving West Ham? Or Stephen, I was a big fan of Adrian, brilliant goalkeeper. He did make a few fumbles here and there, but always loved his passion, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's getting some game time at a Champions League winning club. Except that Fabianski's out injured for 3 months. Yeah, so I've got some Farmer in goal at the moment. And yeah, and there's a question here from Flying Frame. Ask Aaron, what have you been doing with your retirement nights? Flying Frame, I've been enjoying life. Right, one moment. I've not really got an invite. No, well, apologies to the people watching the stream for the delays. Do stay with us. The race will be underway very shortly. Top 4 all separated by 10th. We're going to have wet weather conditions. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be juicy. And you know what, Maxi? This one could go down in history. Yeah. Yeah. No, I want a short and sweet Grand Prix. You know, I was hoping to, get off this by 9 and, go to sleep, but it looks like I could be up until 9:30. And got a comment in the chat from Osin Muck asking whether I play any pro clubs. I do play pro clubs, Osin, but not for you. No, you don't. Yeah, it's results business. Jamie's just said EastEnders and PSGL on a Monday night equals bliss. Well, what a way to live life. Stephen Charlesworth, can't wait for FP tomorrow. Ferrari again. Well, some people always got favourable car selections and allocations in the FP grid. I always got the harsh end of the stick. And Maxi, you've been quite an angry man for the past few seasons. Are there any frustrations, any dirty laundry you want to air on stream to the 21 viewers? Anybody's name you want to drag down through the mud? This is your moment. This is your time, Maxi. No, well, do it for the show. Yeah, so obviously Maxi and Pog, do have some sort of beef behind the scenes. Obviously, not sure what the details are, but if you do ever get the chance to go back to the start of the stream, you may hear some fruitful language being exchanged between Maxi and Pog. Very, very fruitful.
Wow, we're up to 23 viewers.
Yeah, are people tuning in when the race isn't even underway? So a lot of these people are tuning in at this very point. Probably the F2 streams come to an end, so people making their way over.
Yeah, even my because there's a new party, I only had a mic allow for current parties. I've just had to put my mic on so people can now hear me. So hello boys and girls, and Stephen.
Yeah, there were some complaints, Maxi. I hope everybody can hear Maxi Luca now. Apologies for any technical sound issues. Yeah, people are saying fix, so a lot of people getting really excited, Maxi. And Maxi, was just airing his grievances about Poe there, and how he feels about that man.
Yeah, just, a very annoying man, someone that, tries to act like someone they're not. And, it's just stuff that you don't want to see in, a very prestigious community.
Yeah, well, that man is 15th in the driver's standings and could be making his way out of the top tier come the end of the season. Only 8 points to his name. I've seen people removed for less.
Exactly. I want him to come to my lines then in F2 and see how long he lasts.
He struggled to get by in that league. And who's getting sacked? Hashtag Aaron. Well, Marco Silva or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? You choose, Maxi. Who's next?
I want a bit of, Marco Silva. Everton are in, the relegation zone. With all these, big money signings, they just need a bit of Kurt Zuma back on loan.
I agree. Gaming Alimonda's just asked, Poch for West Ham, if Spurs beat him later in the season? I'm happy with Pellegrini, the charming man, as he's known as. I'm happy with the job that he's doing at West Ham United.
A Premier League winner.
Yeah. I think a League Cup winner as well. We've got 25 viewers on stream. This is absolutely ridiculous. They're not even starting, are they? Come on. 26? Oh, come on. They really
missing a driver.
No, they need to start. Come on. This is too long. Let me just ring Big C. This is too long. I'll ring him on Snapchat because I know his phone number. Right. Where is he? He needs to get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello?
Hello, Big C, you're live on stream at the moment. I think you need to get the race started.
Yeah, we're just finalising the custom grid for any minute now.
So any minute now, says Big C, live on stream. Any comments to our viewers?
Well, thanks for everyone for watching. I don't really get the lapping together, but the wet race means there's lots of opportunities.
Yeah.
To carnage, so anything can happen.
So anything can happen from Big C. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know how much of that you heard, Maxi. The volume would have been a little bit
very muffled.
Yeah, very muffled. But Big C said all the best, and we'll be starting any minute now. So live reaction on stream. You don't get that on other streams. You don't get people phoned in, do you, Maxi?
Only on a chat show, the people phone in.
Exactly.
And I think that's what this is. It is a chat show.
Exactly. So we'll be starting any minute now.
Yeah, just get it over and done with. I think that's what Big C will be thinking, coming into another wet weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So we are getting underway here. There'll be a formation lap, and there will be a 35 lap race beyond us. 21 people watching on stream, and hashtag Aaron, when's West Ham getting Big Sam back? Well, let's hope he never comes back. I did admire the job he done, but times move on. I'm sure one club that may be requiring his services, Manchester United.
I think we'll see a Big Sam philosophy.
Exactly, a man who knows how to get a result out of his shit squad.
There's profanities.
Yeah, so look at that. We've got loads of rain, loads of cars on the grid, loads of marshals. This could be a very, very turgid affair. You know, like Stoke versus West Brom a few years ago in the Premier League. Turgid affairs.
A lot of nil-nils. That's what you want in a football game. You want a nice nil-nil. And in F1, you don't want battles. You know, you want 5-second gaps.
You want clean sheets.
Yeah, I couldn't put it better.
Yeah, a bit moist out there, says one of the viewers. So obviously, someone getting very excited in the comment section ahead of the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix in PSGL F1 as we wait for everybody to load their setups. There's the timer in the top right-hand corner of our screens. We'll be underway very shortly, Maxie. You know, what was the feeling that you had before taking to the track, you know, in the top tier?
Well, you know, it kind of changed dramatically as I got older. When I was, you know, a young stallion, I was, you know, looking to, you know, make as many moves on the opening lap as I could. But then, you know, as I grew older, and you know, as Mahatma Gandhi, you know, I matured and I grew wiser. And then I realised, you know, you can't win a race on the first lap, you know? And I think, you know, that's what we're going to see today from, you know, the likes of LR Pog, you know, inexperienced, you know, just immature. Try and win on the first lap. So, you know, I hope to see a few retirements.
Yeah, Maxie, I totally understand what you mean. And the first lap here can cause some chaos because you have got a very, very dirty bend around corners 1 and 2. Anything can happen in PSGL F1, and it usually does. As we watch Poe at the back in 9th, you know, a man who's rumoured to be leaving the F1 League at the end of this season. The Tamil Tiger. You got Odems here, you know, a man fighting for the championship. This man is 7 points off the lead, so he'll be looking to get as close to the back of Louis as possible. But one man in the driving seat, it's Sparks, who's in first at the moment, 7 points off the championship lead as well. You know, the championship leader is Louis. Me.
Yeah, who do you want to win? Who do you want to see lift that trophy?
To be fair, I don't care.
Even if you had to care.
If I had to care, I would like to see someone who hasn't won the championship before. I think I'd probably be with Odems, only because I nurtured him in F2. You know, I did bring through. No, I did. Excuse me. I did bring through the talent, Maxi, and you know, Odems has definitely sparked in this league. But Sparks has been a brilliant addition. You know, on the front row with Jay Chitets alongside him. You know, podiums are here for the taking as the drivers line up on the grid. We've got a brilliant camera angle here as we watch all the cars line up. It's going to be an exuberant Grand Prix in PSGL F1. 3 rounds to go. This is round 11 at Brazil as we wait for the red lights on our screen. And it's 4 lights. It's 5 lights. And we're underway here at Interlagos. It's a good start from Sparks. Jay Chitets has got away pretty well. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? Oh, he's trying to. There's a little bit of contact, but they all seem to have got around pretty well. So Sparks takes the lead. There's a spinner. There's a spinner. It's Louis. It's a massive accident in the background. Odems is out. Championship hopes up in flames. And
Lambo, Louis. Lambo and Louis. Louis round as well.
Yeah, Ash Best. Ash Best, the former champion. And Big C, has he got away without any damage? Oh no, Big C has Oh, it might have lost a bit of an end
Nah,
plate.
Big C's
Safety
fine. I
car,
think he's
safety
right.
car, safety
Wow.
car. Oh my goodness me, what an exuberant start to Interlagos. I did say corners 1 and 2 can be really tricky, and you predicted it, Maxi. There was a massive accident, and Alfie seems to have got away well. I wonder if there's anybody who's picked
Alfie had a
up
very
damage.
good start.
Yeah, well, we'll see if anybody's picked up damage. We'll see who pits at the end of this lap. Drivers like Big C will want track position. He'll want track position.
How would you be feeling right now? You know, you're at Odem, so you're battling for the championship, and then that happens on lap 1.
I would be absolutely gutted. I'd be absolutely gutted. I would be in absolute tatters. And I think it's only right we get him in the chat if we can.
That man maybe busy doing TikToks. You are aware of that youth craze.
No, we'll see if we can get him in, but you know we do like to hear the raw emotion.
Lickle's got damage.
Raw emotion.
So Lickle's in.
So Maxi's just said Lickle's in. Who else is in Lickle?
Gamer, Louis, Lambo, and Ash were all picking up damage at the start. So very lucky, really, in the safety car.
Yeah.
Big C remains unscathed.
Yeah, Big C up in 8. So you know this man will need to fight for his career here. And Louis had an abnormally long pit stop here, and he's lost. No, I don't know if he's lost any positions, but Gamer's up into 10th there, so just ahead of Ash Best. Well, it's going to be a tricky race for Louis to come back, but it is wet, and anything can happen in wet weather conditions, so I wouldn't rule him out just yet.
Yeah,
He's getting some good
he
points.
has dominated as well. Dominated a lot of the wet weather races, Louis. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did win from the back, to be honest. But,
Yeah.
Under safety car, really starting the wet, you really just need to get, you know, the tyres up to a nice and a comfortably warm, you know, like as if in a steam room kind of temperature. You know, so I think there'll be a lot of people that don't warm their tyres up, and then coming into turn 1, there's no grip in.
Yeah, but Maxi, you know, you've got to have experience in these conditions. You want your tyres to be cool. You want them to be cool. You don't want too much degradation to be put into them. You don't know if this track is going to dry up or if it's going to get any wetter, but you want to be on those inters long enough for any potential weather changes, or at least long enough to make the one-stop strategy work. So it does seem to be a race of high attrition, and those drivers who are a little bit more harsher on their tyres will probably be enjoying these types of conditions at the moment.
Yeah, and what kind of conditions are these? You know, what would you describe them as?
Well, you get light rain, Maxi, and then you get light rain. So, you know, there's 2 types of light rain, the heavier light rain and the lighter rain. So, one that gets wetter or one that gets drier. Whatever that's supposed to mean. So, while we wait for the safety car to come in, if anybody's got any comments in the chat, you know, any questions, send them in, because, you know, we've just seen a very, very decisive accident, a very crucial moment of the season, you know, massive moment.
Sebastian Vettel, like, you know, in Brazil, you know, Seb turned around, you know, a strong suspension, or like the Williams, you know, Claire Williams can't build a car.
No, and I don't think she can feel her legs either with the amount of fat in them. You know, definitely one of the thickest chicks on the block in the F1 paddock. A lot of meat on those bones. Wame has asked Maxi, why do you hate Poe? Very quickly.
Tom, before you joined the party, you know, there was a lot of, you know, slang words being thrown around, you know, a lot of use of the N-word, you know, a lot of romance talk, you know, and I just, you know, I don't expect to see that.
Well, bad romance, Maxi. Bad romance. Sorry, I had to cut you off because the safety car is in at the end of this lap, so Sparks has got to get this restart absolutely right. But as Maxi Luca just said, bad romance between him and Poe, and Gemma Collins watches on in the Renault garage in absolute distress as her man Louis is in 12th, but Sparks gets away well. Jay Chitek's a little bit slow off the restart, and Blizzard is going to go for an overtake here on Jay Chitek's as he tries to go for the outside, and Jay Chitek covers him off. So good defending.
Lee Finley's contact. But yeah, overtook Alfie under yellow flags. So I won't be
Wow.
surprised watching that recorded.
Yeah, and Lee Finley under pressure
the
here.
yellows, game up.
Yeah, I think we're all right. We're all right, Maxi. And Lee Finley loses out there to Onyx as he goes for it again. Oh, again, really, really tight. And no, they all escape unscathed. Big C's lost the position back there in 9th. He's lost it to Lickle, so a little bit of a queue forming behind Big C. And there's a Renault here coming down the inside of Gamer. And Gamer...
Yeah, Gamer's got damage.
He can't make it easy. He's got to make it hard, and that's exactly what he's doing. If you can't play to win, play to destroy. That's how I always viewed it, Maxi. I don't know if you were the same.
Place to win or place to ruin. That was my word.
Exactly. If you don't get pleasure out of winning, you get pleasure out of ruining, and that is what Gamer's doing at the moment, making it very hard. Very hard.
I like the Alfie.
Yeah, no, ILRT Alfie, yeah, or Lickle and Lee Finley. So there's a lot going on here, but it is Alfie around the outside of Poe, and Poe concedes that position. Meanwhile, Lickle's got through. And
Lambo's out.
Lambo's out. That's
Big C's in. Big C's in the pits. And that, so yeah, there was contact in turn 1 again.
Yeah, oh dear. So Big C's lost the wing. I don't know if he's lost it due to some sort of collision. Yeah, I think you're right. But that is a shame for Big C in 12th, you know. Very difficult. And Gamer has been overtaken by ILRT Louis. So Louis has got away pretty well on this restart. He'll be happy with the progress that he's made up into 9th.
Yeah, I think Louis is my favourite to win. He's very good in these conditions.
Yeah, so somebody's asking who's co-commentating. It's Maxi Luca.
One from
Yeah, Louis looking really good in these conditions. If he wins, wow, that would be quite something. It's still a long race, and it's not easy to overtake in wet weather conditions, but a lot of people seem to be getting good runs as we watch. Jay Chitex having a go at Sparks here. Sparks doesn't want to lose the lead, but Jay Chitex not really in the title battle. Does Sparks afford to fight this man? Oh no. Stays for the middle line.
Very close.
Yeah, it's going to cost him a bit of time. You don't want to be battling in these conditions.
Yeah, Louis is about 7.6 off the lead at the moment.
Yeah, and
as well.
And Louis has closed up to the back of Lee Finley. I do remember these two colliding last season at Austria, so I wonder if we'll see a repeat. Let me just have a little look at these two. So Lee Finley struggling in these conditions as he's been overtaken by a few drivers already. And Louis just got to be careful and not make an overtake in a silly place. It's all about patience in these conditions.
Go around the outside. Has he got damage? No, he doesn't.
Well, he's going to make a name for himself, hasn't he? Does he fight or does he let him go? I'd fight.
I think he's been baited. Yeah, he's been baited. Easy as that.
Yeah, but he might get a run if he gets some good traction out of the corner. No, it doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. So Louis moves up into 8th. Brilliant overtake. What about Jay Chitex? Jay Chitex closing up to the back of Spark. Can't go for the overtake there. Just not got enough leg room for negotiation. What about Lickle blocks on the back of Onyx? So Lickle looking pretty cheery in these conditions. And Maxi, who are you supporting for the title at the moment?
Sparks. It would be nice, to see someone other than, the big gun. Someone new. Fresh blood.
I understand. And Louis looks really quick in the background, really closing in. And it is looking to be an exciting Grand Prix. Quite sombre in these weather conditions, I must admit. But that is what you get in intermediate conditions.
Even I've just been in contact with DSR Lambo, and I've asked him to join the party, and he said he would, prevent his frustrations. So.
Okay, well, I will get on that very quickly. 1 second. Apologies, we're just getting the words from a man. Yeah, forget him. Right, so Sparks is about to be overtaken here by Jay Chitex. Jay Chitex having a move around the outside. Can he do it? It's going to be the battle of the last of the lace breakers. Oh, a little bit of lag. But no overtake just there. Yeah, Louis gets fastest lap. We will hear from Lambo very shortly, but Sparks has got to make a decision here. Does he let Jay Chitex go and just accept second place? Or does he battle until the bitter end? You know, I'd be thinking here about the championship. I'd be thinking, you know what? Louis is looking quick.
Yeah. Championship rivals are Odens is out.
Yeah, you don't want to risk. Yeah, you don't want to risk it. And we've got Lambo here. Lambo, what happened? Is your voice set to share? Okay, so we will hear from Lambo very shortly. He's going to set his voice to share, and he will describe what happened to him. I'm going to wait until the next straight, Lambo, because I think there could be some action here. So, do forgive me for my conservativeness. Maxi, is there anything else you're seeing out there on track? Louis?
Not really. It's kind of spreading out. Little maybe on Onyx. But I think there's more of a battle for the lead. Maybe actually now, yeah.
Okay.
Little's got a bit of a run on Onyx.
Take us through this.
Yeah, so just in the slipstream, maybe. Oh, even under braking, I think, on it. Very, it's disgusting driving for him.
Yeah, very, very tight there, and this has given Louis a bit of a run. Let's watch it from Louis' POV. What does Lickle do? He's got to defend this. No, they're good friends. They're very good friends. Lickle lifts and lets him go. It's like Michael Schumacher letting Vettel go back in 2012, I believe, or 2013. I can't even remember the year.
12.
Yeah, it was 2012. So Louis moves up into 7th place. And Lambo, what happened? What happened out there?
I've got a very good run on Connor going up towards turn 1. I went to the outside, he cornered that off, so I went back to the inside and he swiped me straight into the pit lane. Lost all my wing and my wheel. So yeah, you know, bit of experience he's got there, but he ain't using it very well.
No, and he is 27 seconds off 10th place.
Yeah, 27 years old as well.
Yeah. Bit of a shame.
Late reactions, old man problems, I guess, innit?
The arthritis clogging up.
Yeah.
And Louis has got a run here on Onyx, your teammate Lambo. So Onyx running up there in 6th. Are you a bit jealous of what could have been?
Nah, Susan's over, innit? So
yeah, and
lost.
the 11th in the standings. So could this be your final season in this league? As we hang on a minute. Louis got a run here on Onyx. Does Onyx defend? He's got to defend. You've got to fight for your career here. You've got to make a name for yourself. As he defends the inside, Louis going to go for it around the outside. Run him out. Is he going to run him out? No. Brilliant racing. Oh, could this be a brilliant overtake here? No. Onyx defends that really well. Brilliant defending there, wasn't it, Maxi?
It was alright. Got eyes one deep. Half one. I think Louis will switch back in here into that corner. Really get a good track thing. Thought about it, but yeah. Edward's just sitting behind watching this.
Yeah, it's all about the exit really, so it doesn't matter if he messes up sector 2. You've just got to get your braking here spot on. This is how a good defender operates. Just get your braking spot on here, get a good exit, and then take it from there. Onyx struggling a little bit of oversteer, but this may present an opportunity here for Louis. Sorry, I've got to go to Jay Chitex here, having a go at Sparks down the inside for the lead. And he just slides a little bit and he can't get the move done.
Blizzard's right behind.
He's going to go for it. Is he around the outside? It's now never. Sparks is struggling. Sparks is absolutely struggling. Jay Chitex looking to make a move.
I think he could see contact there.
Yeah. Oh, no, not yet. He can't do it yet. Blizzard has got a good run. Is he going to go for it around the outside? Oh, a little bit of contact. He can't do it. Is he going to go for the switchback? This is brilliant stuff. Lambo has joined again to add a bit of lag to the lobby, add a bit more confusion to the mix. But this is one hell of an absolute battle. Onyx has retained his position against Louis, and that is not what Louis wanted, to be stuck behind a Red Bull. And one man who'll be enjoying this, Lambert, your good friend Poe.
Yeah, I think he's a bit on a high horse at the moment. You know, he won Ireland, won France, and you know, I think he gained a bit of confidence. So you know, I think he's stringing together a few results. None in PSGL, but you know, elsewhere.
And if anybody listens to the start of this stream, it could end up being his last PSGL race. That's all I'm saying. Here we go, Louis here, down the inside of Onyx. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. They're absolutely fighting. They're absolutely scrapping it out.
Round the outside like Max Verstappen.
Oh, this is brilliant. Oh my goodness me, amazing traction there. And Onyx cannot make the move stick. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for it? Around the outside, aggressive driving. Oh, a little bit of contact. And might have lost an end plate there.
Oh, Lickle.
Take us through this, Maxi.
Lickle just got a tiny bit of oversteer on the exit there. I think we would have maybe had a move. Maybe still tried to be honest. Lickle's quite bonsai. There you go. Called it.
Yeah, I would expect that wholeheartedly from Lickle, a man who doesn't want to waste any time. And Onyx stays in front.
I think Onyx is using a dry setup.
Yeah, well.
And it's going to stop raining at the end.
Wait, Aaron, I'd just like to, take us to the battle for 11th and 12th.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. It's looking like a cagey affair between Big C and Ash Best, but I do want to go back to Lickle Blocks very shortly, and I will do that right now. Lickle hasn't got a run on Maxi. Sorry, it hasn't got a run on Onyx, so he's going to have to stay behind. But as Lambo says, the race is drying up. You know, Lambo, you could still be out there. Track you won last season, track you know very well.
Yeah, I'm actually a bit OP around here. But Connor, obviously, he doesn't want me to outshine him. I think, you know, this is all he's got in life, PSGL. So, yeah, it hurts when I beat him.
Well, it is a sorry sight to see two former champions battling for 11th and 12th to fall from grace. You know, they're not even battling for a point. It's 11th and 12th, 26 seconds off the final point. But
Louis catch up to the back of Pog.
Yeah, and
I think it's a move there.
And I've got to ask you, Lambert, is there any sort of beef between Poe and Louis? You know, you have this type of detail in the back of your mind.
No, they are best buddies. They actually leak VSR only setups to each other, so.
Really? Oh, there's an incident! Big C and Ash Best! Oh, there must have been a collision somewhere. Big C and Ash Best, some sort of dodgy business. But we're back on board here. Sorry, there's a move here. Sparks and Jay Chitex. And Jay Chitex gets the move done.
That's the best buddies coming out right there.
Brilliant move there from Jay Chitex. Sorry, brilliant move from Jay Chitex to take the lead of a Brazilian Grand Prix here in PSGL F1. Apologies that we missed the chunk of that. Loads of other battles as Lee Finley enters the Lions Den in the pit lane. But Louis did make that move on Poe. Sparks going for it. Is he back on Jay Chitex? Surely. Oh, there's contact. There's contact. Yeah, you got it. You can't take that position. Yeah, brilliant from Blizzard. Just backs off. Very fair.
All of this is helping Alfie and Louis. Alfie having a very good driver. Lando Norris-esque. You know, he hasn't got the pace to win, so he's just, he's doing the best of the, best of the rest.
Yeah. And Lambo, when was it expected to dry up?
I think that 20 to 25, I believe.
Okay, so we're not
too
far
blocks of
away.
rain, I think, in an overcast and dry.
Fair enough. So the top three have lost a fair bit of time battling, and Alfie and Louis are in the background. So brilliant recovery drive from Lewis.
Back again by Louis.
Brilliant. You've got to say the safety car did help him out slightly, because if it wasn't for the safety car, it would have been a mountain to climb.
If it wasn't for him, there'd be no safety car though.
So could see a penalty for that as well, actually.
The thing is, with lap 1 incidents, they're often considered racing incidents.
Like I said earlier, with maturity, you know that you can't win the race in the first lap.
No, exactly. Seems like some
Yeah.
of you guys have some issues against him, but I won't
Louis
delve
lapping
into that
around
too much.
half a second quicker. And then leave it at the front.
Yeah, it's blistering pace. Blistering. Okay, now it's 9 o'clock already. Apologies for my language. We're still riding on board here with Blizzard. Half a second behind Sparks. Sparks starting to lose a little bit of time, but Blizzard looks reasonably quick, doesn't he, in a straight line?
Ash and Big C are close.
Yeah.
Nothing over going on.
Yeah, I will go straight on board with them at the moment. Big C defending like a London bus, spreading those wings. And they're battling for 11th and 12th. No points on offer. And Big C, could he be racing his final Brazilian Grand Prix? Well,
Bit like a Felipe Massa retirement.
yeah, exactly. Exactly, but Ash Best could be heading out the same door at the end of the season, given that he's only got 1 or 2 points. But he's got a good run here on Big C, using all of his experience up into overtake. Let's have a look and see how much ERS he's using. He's using overtake, so brilliant stuff. Don't know what I just heard there.
Jay's building about a second advantage now.
Yeah, it's a good advantage. Louis closing up to the back of Alfie as well, so we'll watch that battle very
Ash's
shortly.
dive.
Oh my goodness, he's dived down the inside of Big C, nearly making that move. Stick, there's contact!
Oh, contact!
Big C
Yeah,
goes
good,
around!
good,
And he's out of the race! Out!
Good,
Yes.
good, excellent.
Big C out of the Brazilian Grand Prix!
Thank God
It
for
could be
that.
his last Brazilian Grand Prix, and he is out! He is out! He is out of the Grand Prix, the 7-time champion! Out! Free.
I think there's
yeah.
only one thing for it. Get him in.
We will get him in.
Oh, get him in.
Yeah, now Maxi, I'm going to ride on board with Blizzard at the moment.
Go on.
You commentate for a minute. I'll see if I can
What's
get Big
that?
C.
Lando commentate.
Bossman Blizzard in it, little man coming up to Sparks. Oh, he's bottled that. You know, Alfie is dropped off them, but Louis is right behind Alfie. Blizzard is closing in on Sparks slightly. Jay's kind of breaching a gap away from Sparks. But yeah, if you've got any questions in the chat, please put them in, because I'm lonely. Sparks is in. Sparks is pit.
So Sparks has pitted. We're trying to get a hold of Big C, but he's not answering the call, so there must be some sort of issues. I hope he's alright, but you know, obviously Big C very upset as we've got Sparks pit here. It's an interesting time to pit, you know, particularly if weather conditions are due to dry up, but this man, you know, can't go any longer, can he? And will he come out in some nice clean air? No, he might come out behind Gamer. Let's see. It's a very tough pit exit. It's going to be very, very tight between Sparks and Gamer. We ride on board with Gamer. Where is the racing point? It's behind. Exactly not where he wanted to come out. And look at that. Gamer moves right out of the way. So
Yeah,
a lot of respect.
I like that. We're supporting other wheel users. You know, the three-way battle for the title. And there's only one wheel driver, and that is Sparks.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Stunning stuff. Sorry, we did miss the overtake for third, so Louis moves past his teammate, and now he's 4 seconds off Blizzard, 6 seconds off the lead, so amazing recovery up into third. Could be on for a podium, could be on for a win. Half of this race gone, half yet to go. And look at that, you got
Jason.
Flying Throne, Gaming Alimonda, AMS, Callum Anderson, Aaron Collingwood, all of these people in the chat really digging their teeth into this Grand Prix as Jay Chitets pits from the lead. It's an interesting time to pit. Is he looking to cover off Sparks? He's looking to cover off the undercut.
Blizzard's quite good on his tyres. I reckon he'll be going to the dry period.
Yeah, and let's see what happens. Jay Chitex comes out, and I think he's... Yeah, look at this. This is going to be really close. This is going to be incredibly close. Look at that. You've got to watch yourself coming out of the pit lane. Where's the racing point? It's got a lot more speed, but no, not enough to undercut Jay Chitex. Louis' pace was good to stay out there a bit longer, don't you think? So, have these two just shot themselves in the foot by pitting early? I mean, obviously nobody knows the wear rates on those tyres. But very interesting stuff there. So we'll see if Blizzard responds, or is Blizzard going to stay out? And Lickle's still stuck behind Onyx, can't find a way through. And the question is, will there be any other drivers heading into the pit lane? Let's have a look at Blizzard. No, he drives past. What about Louis? Is he going to come in? No, he's got good pace. He's staying out as well. So both these drivers, experienced veterans, champions in their own rights. Louis sets another lap. Poe running in third. Lambo, you good friend?
Yeah, he's doing alright, isn't he? I mean, he's probably going to stay out to the dry period as well. Why is this person joining the party?
Well, he's joined the party for a reason. You know, obviously, Big C, a sad end to what could be a final Brazilian Grand Prix. We caught it live on stream. Ashfest against Big C. It was quite a turgid affair at times, but you know what happened there.
Yeah, that was obviously Ash seemed to be a little bit quicker, but he kept missing his braking, and yeah, on the exit I just moved slightly, but his car was still there, so I don't think either I can be blamed. Maybe it was like a turgid relegating 6 points for itself, or you know, a 0-0. Because it ended in tears for both of us, which is a shame, but I think our races was already done by then already. The safety car restart got damaged.
Yeah, you did.
So it was a bit of a shame, but that's racing, you know, you have good days and bad days. Like it was one of those bad days once again.
Yeah, and Lambo did say live on stream that you should retire. He's seen enough of you. You know, do you have any comments to respond?
Well, I mean, Lambo's obviously entitled to his opinion. We're reviewing it for next season, but I know the grid just drivers still have to wait and see. But like I say, there's good days and there's bad days. One of my worst scenes, but they've got 5 points ahead of me, so I'm not the only one really struggling for form. But yeah, honestly, it was quite unfortunate. A bit of movement from him, and I got a little confused. I had damage, so I wanted to pit. Where's Tom was there, so it was a bit fortunate for both of us, I guess.
Yeah, obviously you just go into the pit lane without recognising any car positions on the inside of you.
I think it was just very unfortunate, but also...
Yeah, very unfortunate.
And obviously your decision to accelerate and try and kill me after was a little bit immature.
Good.
So, I can't wait to do us both, and it's good for that.
Yeah.
Because yours was obviously deliberate, unlike mine.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay, well, very exotic between the two drivers. We have seen Poe and Onyx head into the pit lane. Obviously, this was a track where I won my last ever PSGL F1 victory back in season 16, where I dominated my teammate at that time at McLaren Honda, Big C. But Big C did do some wonders. He was up there in 5th at one point in qualifying. You know, the fans really getting behind him, including the GC, Gemma Collins, one of the special guests in the Renault garage here for this race, you know, cheering on her fellow British countrymen as we watch Louis in the pit lane come out, and a good pit lane. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out relative to Sparks. I don't know where his car's gone. They're still showing the pit garage, but I'm sure we'll see him come out the pits very soon. Obviously, seems like there's some sort of glitch. There he is. He's coming out of the pits, and he's coming out behind Gamer. And I think, Big C, can you shed some light? Do Gamer and Louis have some sort of beef?
Not at all. It's all about the Gamer will prefer Sparks from the title, but it does have damage. So, you know, it's hard to get him behind.
Did he get damage from you?
Yeah. When I had a bit of oversteer when Nicholas was overtaking.
Oh, it does seem like an interesting way to pass, and look at this, Gamer has to concede that position. So Lou would have lost a little bit of time. He's 7 seconds behind Sparks, but on course for a podium. Now it'll be interesting to see if Blizzard responds here. No, he stays out. He stays out. You know, this will make him vulnerable to be undercut. Is he staying out for dry weather conditions? Because those intermediate tyres can only go so far. J Tratex here making a move on Lickle blocks, and Lickle concedes that position. And next to have a go at Lickle will be Sparks, and Lickle and Louis apparently are very good friends, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Gamer defending from Alfie, and Alfie goes for a move around the outside of a stricken Mercedes. Brilliant wheel-to-wheel racing there. Moves up in the 6th, having an absolute belter out there. One man Lambo who's struggling slightly is Poe. He's got Onyx right behind him.
Onyx is better, isn't it? So probably get past.
See, I want Poe relegated to my division.
I mean, he's got less points than me at this point. Obviously, he's on for a juicy 4 points. So, yeah, save your career, is what I'd say.
Yeah.
Dixie, have you got anything to say to your fans, you know, after a turgid season?
I don't know, it's a tough situation. Last place, and obviously, when you're in the field, quite a lot of incidents happen, you lose a little bit of vision sometimes, and, you know, it's just a bit of a shame. It's all going wrong at the minute, so we'll see what
New
happens.
challenges, you know. And that's what it feels like, you know, to have all that success, and then, you know, end up where you are now. You know, how does it, you know, you wake up, and, you know, what do you feel like knowing, you know, on a Monday morning, you know,
I think
an 8 p.m.
here we need to talk about the battle on it.
Yeah, no, it's not Onyx and Poe that we're looking at. We're looking at Lickle and Sparks. I've got to cut that one because this is going to be spicy. Lickle going to be defending this with his absolute might. Can Sparks make a move around the outside of a Ferrari who's got absolutely worn tyres? Lickle surely going to run this guy out of road, is he? No. Who's going to get the better traction here? Oh, brilliant wheel-to-wheel racing. Surely the overtake's going to be made here. And Lickle making it absolutely tough. He's fighting absolutely hard, but the racing point is going to be better on the brakes here. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Forceful.
Yeah.
And Lickle stays in front. Excitement there on the stream from Maxi. You can't contain his personal emotions. Sparks' championship hopes. They could be going up in flames. Oh, this is getting really, really feisty. A fantastic battle there. And Sparks makes that move. He's lost 3 seconds in the process. Lickle's done his job for the day. But my oh my, that was some brilliant wheel-to-wheel racing. And weather conditions are drying up. And Lickle going to have a go back at Sparks. This is going to be interesting. He's going to go to the outside. It's going to be the battle of the last late breakers. And he's going to go for a move around the outside. This could end up in tears. Oh! That is so tight, but Lickle finally has to concede that position. Brilliant wheel-to-wheel action there. And I'm sure when Louis comes up to the back of Lickle, Lickle will move right out of the way. This is what friendships are built on, Maxi. You fight for your friends out there on the track, and that is what Maxi's doing for Louis.
Yeah, very, very well done there by Lickle. Kind of getting Louis back in the championship in a way, because he was down and out, you know. The 4 AM down and out, you know, you had the rough and that, you're on the curve. That's what Louis was right now, you know. He's rejuvenated.
Exactly. Lambo and Big C have left the booth, which is good news, means we can restore ourselves to some form of normality. And Lickle will move out of the way, won't he, for ILRT Louis. This is how you know they're fighting for each other, as Lickle moves right out of the way, gives his friend a toe.
In the Ferrari engine, you know, just whimpering along the straight, not even reaching 8th gear.
You know what? The next battle is going to be absolutely spicy. ILRT Louis versus Sparks. I just wonder how that one's going to end up. And sorry, there's a movement here. Lee's on. What? Ashbest could be picking up a point.
They deserve point.
Yeah, too early for slicks for Lee Finley. A big blunder, massive blunder there. You always get one that goes in too early. An absolute fool. This man might not even make it back to the pit lane.
Oh, that really scary. Fernando Alonso light crash there.
Yeah, we could be seeing a safety car soon. That's all I'm saying. Onyx to the back of on the back of Gamer here. Gamer 24 laps on those intermediate tyres. Blizzard on 25 laps. Yeah, it's going for slicks. It could be too early. I'm a bit worried. It could be a lap too early. See what's happening to Lee Finley. I am worried.
He's on slicks. It's the slicks. I think that's game over for Blizzard.
Lickle's in as well. You just never know. I'm looking at Lee Finley's times. He's dropping a fair bit. Yeah,
he's losing. You know, Ash Best is the best drivers on the grid. But even then, he is losing a lot of time.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Many people in the pit lane. 3 people.
Yeah, Poe in as well. Let's see if the timing's correct. Lee's still losing time to Ash Best. But surely conditions will come around. And Blizzard has got to get those tyres up to speed. Now let's judge his times against Alfie. Obviously this is a more credible driver we're talking about, Blizzard. So yeah, he's losing a few attempts here and there, but as long as he doesn't lose too much, and he's timed it well, so surely now they've got to flood into the pits. It's bad news for Renault because they might have to queue their cars.
I don't really think Alfie will mind too much. He's about 5 seconds behind. I think it should be alright, to be honest.
Yeah, and obviously it'll be interesting to see who's going for a dry setup. Yeah, I mean, it's always expected, to be fair. He's on 19 lap more worn tyres.
Jay, 5 second time penalty.
Wow, that's crucial.
That could change the race.
Yeah. And let's see if anybody gets held up in the pit lane here. They shouldn't do. Let's see, have Force India got a wing change? No, he's gone straight for slicks for red marked tyres.
Oh.
So
yeah, Alfie's getting held up quite a lot.
Yeah, he's going to lose a fair bit of ground, isn't he? Yeah. Where's Blizzard? So Blizzard leads. So Blizzard could pick up an unlikely victory out of all this. That'll be quite something.
A very experienced drive from probably one of the fastest drivers PSGL's ever seen.
Yeah, and what a win it would be. And I think Poe's back in front of Onyx. So yeah.
I think the man to watch now is ILRT Louis. Man on the hunt for his prey. Decisive in the championship.
Yeah, and Lee Finley back up into 10th, so he may be leaving with the final point after all. But I'm just going to ride on board with Onyx because he's going to be the next man to make a move, and it'll be on LR Pog for 7th place.
Pog, just doesn't look right in this league. He's out of his depth.
I do agree. The Tamil Tiger, a wounded tiger, a tiger without any teeth. And Louis is on the back of Sparks there, so this could be quite a straightforward overtake. I've got to look at it. It's closing up. 4 attempts. Sparks hasn't really got a leg to stand on. You can't really defend, can you, in the DRS here?
Like a pirate, Aaron.
Yeah, won't make a move there. Let's have a look at Poe, who's been overtaken by Onyx.
Good.
Yeah, there's not much Sparks can do. You know, how much will it hurt him to know that he led this race from pole position? He's now in 3rd and is about to be overtaken for 4th. You know, from a man that is battling for the championship. No, but Maxie, he's battling this man in the championship. He's come from the back of the grid pretty much after a lap 1 spin, and he's about to overtake him.
Sparks will mind. Louis, probably one of the fastest drivers on the world and the fastest driver on the site. By quite a margin, but Sparks was an underdog for the championship, so I think the real loser here is Rodan, to be honest. Sparks, I think, will be happy. I don't think it'll be too fast. Yeah.
Well, he can't do anything, can he?
I don't even think he can get any either.
Blizzard's got a time penalty, 3 seconds for multiple warnings, so it'll be interesting to see if the warnings have anything to do for it. Fastest lap of the race, so definitely.
Because we know that Jay has a 5 seconds clock though. So Louis needs to catch No, I think it's a bit too much for Louis. He's catch 7 seconds in 6 laps.
It could be possible. He's looking very quick. The key for Sparks here is just to stay within the DRS of Louis, and maybe he can gain some points and hope not to lose out too much. Maybe through that he could catch up to Jay Chitet. Still a fair bit to go in this race. Obviously this race will benefit those who actually kept back a spare set of the red marked tyres. It looks like everybody's got a fresh set, so happy days. And yeah,
He has caught up a lot. He's closed about 5 tenths on this lap, but not enough at the moment.
Yeah, there's nothing that Sparks can do. Look at the way Louis just... Oh, he's even launched out of the DRS zone. This man is charging.
Man on a mission. Oh, 109. Wow.
Stunning
He's a second
drive.
lap quicker than Blizzard.
Stunning drive. And I don't think we're going to do any podium interviews because nobody ever joins my party, so we're not doing any podium interviews, Maxi. With 35 viewers on stream. And you know what, Maxi? I'm going to do my podium interview for myself. My win here 7 seasons ago.
And now grabbing onto the past.
Exactly. And Odem's finally leaves the session. He can't watch anymore. Looks away in disgust. And we've got 35 viewers on stream. Record viewing figures. So a lot of people tuning in to Brazil, watching the action unfold.
Been a very good race, to be fair.
Yeah, let's have a look at the race leader. We haven't seen him too often. It's Blizzard. Tactical masterclass, some may say. If Jay Chitet gets within 3 seconds. You never know.
Jay's got the 5 second stop though, though.
He has, but can he get it removed? No, he can't.
Doubt it. It's pit speeding.
Yeah. Could you just check the penalties, see if the top 4 have got any?
Blizzard's got 1. Jay's on a stop going, nothing else. Louis on nothing, and Sparks is on nothing. So Blizzard
Cool.
should be alright.
Yeah, I think Lickle's driven pretty well. He's up into 5th. Maybe we could get some views from him, maybe, or see, but we really ain't got time for podium interviews.
Yeah, it's a shame for Alfie, really. Helped his teammate, but it hindered him at the same time, obviously, being held in the pit lane.
Oh, I wouldn't mind too much, to be fair. It's only 1 or 2 points.
Yeah, still a very, important points. The likes of Big C and Lambo retire, and at best not scoring points.
Yeah, every point's precious in the PSGL F1 League. And we are getting to the business end of the season. 2 rounds to go after
big
this.
lock up from Blizzard. That could lose him a lot of time.
Oh, he'll be fine. I'll tell you one man who's losing a fair bit of time, Sparks. But the grid does look fairly spread out. Let's have a look at Jay Chitex for a moment in the Alfa Romeo. He's looking...
Catching.
Yeah, he's within the 3-second window, but I don't think...
That 5 second clock though for speeding.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see much action.
Here you go.
Yeah, but let's have a run down the top 10. So it is Blizzard who leads this race. Jay Chitex, who we're riding on board with, in 2nd. It's Louis in 3rd. A brilliant comeback after the lap 1 incident, which did cause a safety car, but he's back on the podium and he's looking to take home a good helping of points. Sparks in 4th on pole position, but really has shot down the grid. Hasn't been on the pace today. Lickle in 5th. A good drive from him. And let's just have a look at the winners and losers, because Alfie has gained 1 from his starting position, but Onyx from 14th on the grid, Maxi. Brilliant job. And Poe's out.
Poe's out. Vamos. Vamos.
Let's see where he lost it. Riding on board with Lee Finley. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but he's gone.
Sector 2, Sector 3, so I think... Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I think he binned it on his own.
Rubbish.
And then Ash Best.
Jay Chitex, sorry. Ash Best is in the points, but sorry, Jay Chitex is within 6 tenths.
Blizzard's pace has dropped off dramatically.
Yeah, I don't know if he's made a mistake somewhere.
He was locking up quite a lot when I was on board with him. He got wind damage maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Onyx has picked up a time penalty, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference. But this is a late twist. It's a late drama. And he's got mental pace, has Jay. You know, driver who isn't well liked in this league. If he passes Blizzard, he's got to make at least a 2-second gap. What does Blizzard do here? Does he make it hard for Jay, or does he just stay close to him?
Maybe Blizzard doesn't know about the fastest stop going.
You never know.
That's
You
the
never
issue.
know.
Yeah, we're defending.
Yeah, you've got to
This could help
defend
Louis
here.
massively.
You've got to defend here. Oh, he
This is going to
outbreaks
help
himself.
Louis.
Oh, brilliant. Picks up another penalty.
Blizzard 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that is crucial. That is crucial. And that
That's
will,
6 seconds.
I think,
Louis could win this if he gains a second. And he's got free air.
wow. Well, we'll see what happens when drivers cross the line.
Blizzard needs to go for it.
Yeah, Jay
James
defending
Burns.
furiously, and we are going to be reaching the final lap very,
Blizzard,
very
Blizzard.
shortly. Yeah, I don't think he can do anything about it. I think Jay Chitex may be your winner. May be your winner. And yeah, I don't know where Blizzard got that wing damage from, but might
It
have got
looks
it from.
very much like it.
Yeah, I don't think he can do much about it. He's
Yeah,
got a
he's
lot
not
of
flat.
airs. He's got a lot of airs. The driver in front of him hasn't got much airs, so we'll see if he does come back at Jay. He's got to go to overtake now. Once in gear 6, and Jay surely has got to be thinking about defending down to turn 1.
I
No.
think it's too far.
You never know.
Right.
You never know. It's all about the second one here.
Yeah, the wing damage.
Well, Blizzard
But
does look
I
good.
think the main battle. He's actually quite close to
He's
us.
close. Jay's
Go-
got to
go
go
for it.
defensive. Jay has got to go defensive. What is Blizzard going to do? He can't make the move. And I'll tell you
That's
what,
it.
another 4 attempts from Louis and he may win this race.
He could do it. He uses the push. He's going to check his eyes.
Oh, he's gone
He's
wide a
in
little
hot
bit.
lap. He's 1/10 off.
Yeah,
He's got
well,
10th.
we'll watch and see what happens, Maxi. We'll watch and see what happens. It's all kicking off. And Onyx has got past Alfie in the background, but don't worry about that. This may be one of the tightest ends to a PSGL F1 race you're ever going to see. We don't know who's going to win. Is it going to be Jay Chitex? Is it going to be Blizzard? Or is it going to be Louis on countback of penalties? And Blizzard cannot get a run out of that final corner. So it will be Jay
No.
Chitex. It will be Jay
Yes.
Chitex. Don't worry. It will
Louis
be...
won.
Wait, it'll be Jay Chitex who crosses the line in first. Blizzard takes second, but Louis drives to the line. Is he going to win it? He does. What an amazing victory. Oh my goodness me, what a win. That is a phenomenal victory.
Leaves. A rage quit.
That is a brilliant victory and surely gives him the upper hand in the championship battle. Amazing stuff. Alfie in
Odin
6th,
will be the-
Lickle 5th. Onyx in 7th and Gamer will take home 3 points in 8th place. My goodness me, what an end. What an end, Maxi. What an end.
Blizzard writ his own lot, really. He had it in the bag easily. 6 seconds.
And a mighty have fallen. But what about Lee
Yeah.
Finley? A good helping of points there in 9th.
Yeah, I think I don't know, we need to be looking at Ash Best, really.
Yeah, my driver today.
I do agree. Yeah, wretching that McLaren, Fernando Alonso style.
That-
A point finish.
That is a precious point for Ash Best. I'm sorry to say, that is a magnificent point. And there he is. Louis wins ahead of... I don't even know who finished second. Ahead of Jay Chitex and Blizzard. So a phenomenal top 3. My goodness me. And I think he moves 20 or so points ahead.
Half a 10th, isn't it?
Yeah.
A
I
good
don't know how-
racer.
Yeah, it moves at least 10-15 points clear of Sparks, and Odem's the biggest loser of the day in the championship battle. So it's all changed here at Brazil. It's Louis your winner ahead of Jay Chitex, a brilliant drive. Blizzard in 3rd, Sparks 4th, Lickle 5th, Alfie 6th, Onyx from 14th from the grid finishes in 7th, Gamer in 8th, Lee Finley 9th, and Ash Best picks up a rare point. So yeah, brilliant race there, Maxi. Any words before we wrap up the stream?
Just got to really thank the viewers for sticking with us for so long, after technical difficulties.
No, thank you.
Congratulations to Louis. I said, he has unreal pace in the wet, so I did see him kind of winning, to be honest, from that kind of position, and he proved me right.
It's one of the best wins I've seen in a PSGL F1 league. It wasn't a dominant win, but it was just the margins and the fight back and the comeback, and you don't really see that these days, but it was a fantastic drive in treacherous weather conditions. Thanks to all the viewers for tuning in. Thank you, Maxi Luca, for helping co-commentate this race. It's me, Iran, who's commentated once again in PSGL F1 at short notice due to the absence of the other commentators. But we hope you've enjoyed the show and stick around for next week. It'll be Suzuka, penultimate race of the season, and we hope that Leon will be back. There'll be no podium interviews. Goodbye.